I'm daring anybody or challenging anybody. Wadimaya's concept is changing the narrative of Africa.
Yes.
I want someone to change the narrative of Dagbon or Tamale.
Yes.
What Tamale people need to do is to work on their PR. Because what she thought Tamale was Onshina is totally different.
It's different.
So
and I think that was what we were talking about last time.
Exactly.
So I'm daring anybody who wants to get into the YouTube space, change the narrative of Tamale.
When you say content creators, people think, okay, the actors and then the skits, those who are producing skits. No, even the artists, you are creating content.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, what are you doing on that particular platform? Because some of them have like 400,000 followers, 100,000 followers. What are you using those numbers for?
Okay, so welcome to North Chat. I'm super excited. I'm elated to have two of my brothers. I mean, I don't want to start how this whole conversation started, but all I can say is that I'm excited that people can actually reach out and, just, want to help in our conversation. Today I know you know Damba from our previous episode, but today we have another brother who, just flew in from Accra and he has to go back, but we needed to put something together before he goes back. And that's why we are having today's conversation. Because I'll let him introduce himself and also introduce the conversation because he brought the conversation and he felt that it is a very important conversation, and I agree. So, bro, you're welcome.
Thank you. I am extremely happy to be here.
It's an honor.
Yeah.
It's an honor to have you here.
And honestly, I'd like to commend you for this studio is something people should pay to come and see. Everything is here. I think it's
now you're
international standard.
You're flattering me.
It is big your head.
That kind of thing. Okay, so bro, who are you? Tell us who you are. I know a lot of people know you, but tell us who you are.
Okay. So my name is Salman Faris, and people call me Faris. People call me Salman. Anyone that is fine. I'm fine with anything.
Okay.
Yeah, and people call me Man as well. So either ways, I'm fine.
I think I'll go with Man.
Man. Okay, cool. Then I'm an indigene. I'm a Dagbana.
Yes.
Born and bred and raised here, but my hustle is in Accra. We go there to do Kaya small. Yes, and I think basically, so I'm a trained communications, professional.
Wow.
That's my training.
Wow.
So I've done development work for the past 5-7 years.
Wow.
And so I'm a development consultant,
that's beautiful.
but mainly in development communication. So communication professional.
Wow.
And I've recently taken interest in YouTube.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
I generally like to talk. And so instead of just talking for free, I thought it's time to make something out of it. So I recently started my channel. It's pretty young. I think I started a month or two ago.
Wow.
It's called Faris Stationy.
Okay.
And the concept
I'll have
is
to look it up.
it's just so the idea is a podcast.
Okay.
Yeah, to just bring up topics,
conversations.
invite people, listen to what people have in their
to say.
mind. Yeah.
Wow. Amazing. And also, look out for his channel and then subscribe. Let's make it happen.
Yeah.
Original.
Yo, Bosu.
Will you also introduce yourself again?
This one.
Okay, he is Damba, CEO of GMTV.
Yeah.
I'm right in the studio. I was somewhere.
Sitting your sitting.
Sitting my city.
Minding my own business. And then you came up with a topic.
Yeah.
And because it's something I am into, Damba is into, and you, just as you said, you're also getting into.
Yeah.
Which is content creation, YouTube to be specific. You feel that it's a place where Northerners can actually create content and make a hustle from.
Yeah.
Why do you think that?
So TikTok, there has been a proliferation of Northern content on TikTok space, and recently I saw something. I don't know if it really came to pass that. Northern TikTok Awards or something. So for that to be an award scheme,
it means it's serious.
It's proliferated for some time.
Yes.
But I just think that so after following what it's on TikTok, I realized there's a lot of content that we have, and a lot of people are more creative than we thought. And so instead of doing it for fun and for free, why don't we try to make money from it? Especially that it is a platform for people to make money. And if you look at the TikToks, the YouTube space, it is mainly sadness. Talk about the Wadi Myers, talk about the, Kojo Sheldons, them and all. It's difficult to see a northern guy thrive.
Do something,
maybe because we don't know how to navigate it, and maybe because we are yet to appreciate the, importance of it and the opportunity it presents. So I'm just thinking, this is a conversation we must have to see how we can migrate our content. Of course, we can do both, but migrate our content onto
more on,
YouTube,
and then make money and monetize out of it. So I've been following you for some time.
Wow.
I was coming in, I was like, no, there's something I should reach out to.
I'm super excited. Thanks so much. Yeah. Damba, what do you think?
Yeah, so I think what Man is saying is very, very important.
Because you are already into it, and I know you are milking already. So share the secret.
Charlie, it's not easy, But at the end of the day, it's just the most important thing is seeing it as a job and not just as a platform where you just as a platform where you just go and drop your whatever there and then go. Now, when you mentioned the TikTokers awards or something like that, I had something in mind like that. So I was like, okay, wow. So it means that if TikTok is coming to do an award here, it means we have so many people who are creating beautiful content. Because once you don't have good content, nobody will even want to come and award it. So there is beautiful content on TikTok. But do we get something on TikTok? Sometimes, if not, maybe somebody calls you, like I was saying, and then says, okay, Charlie, take this and you are doing well. But the platform itself, until somebody is gifting you, like normally when they are on live, TikTok live and stuff. But YouTube is a different thing altogether. You get paid the more you are doing or the more you are producing your content. And then the beautiful thing about YouTube is that you don't need to just sit down and watch it or whatever. Once you put it out there and the content is reasonable, it is good, then people will appreciate it and then people are going to accept it. And once they are accepting it, it means that they are watching. And the more they are watching, the more they are sharing and whatever, the more you are making money out of it. But here, our problem is this. We only know of, if not Facebook, then WhatsApp.
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah. Then probably the Instagram. And even Instagram self. We just go there and post our pictures and then we go. Or we go and watch some short videos and then we leave. We don't actually use the social media platforms to make money. Now, this is the problem I have with most of our artists. You see that because we don't have any innovative approach towards our social media platform, that is our artists. Every artist in the northern region, before they can make money from their craft, unless they stage a show. And that is our problem. Before they can make money, at the end of the day, unless they stage a show. And it shouldn't be so. You don't have to wait until you are staging a show before. So that is why when Corona came, they faced a lot.
Challenges.
Because none of them, I can tell you for a fact that none of them is making money from their social media platforms. You get it? It is not. So when you say content creators, people think, okay, the actors and then the skits, those who are producing skits. No. Even the artists, you are creating content. So at the end of the day, what are you doing on that particular platform? Because some of them have like 400,000 followers, 100,000 followers. What are you using those numbers for? You get it. Though they feel like, okay, let me just go on Facebook Live. Everything is about Facebook Live, Facebook Live. But I think if we take that particular platform into consideration, it is going to bring something out of. You understand? So I'm just urging to Yarma because I cannot really, honestly, to jam the pump, to cure the pump. Come and see the way we are talking. Come on, I talk like I talk to exist. Unless MC before I can be able to make money from the talking.
So you think that we should use more avenues rather than just because, like, if you are an MC, we've seen MCs blow up on YouTube creating content
that's
with
the thing.
what they know how to do
what
best.
They know how to do.
But is it just like that they don't, or our people don't know that they can make money from YouTube, or it's just that it is not an easy thing to do.
You see, the thing is this. I'm sure my brother will be able to talk more on that particular one.
I'll come to him.
You see, it is not that I don't know whether I should call it laziness or maybe is it that we are also scared to go and explore the terrain, man. We sit down and we feel like me, I don't want to go in there. Do you know that up till date there are certain people here?
Yeah.
They don't have TikTok accounts. When you ask them, they go like, "Mama, check a platform."
Yes.
We Bombala. And it's sad. It is not because it is bilim or mbachekele, but because the person is scared to explore the platform because they feel like people are already there. This person is having this 1,000 number of followers. So when will I start?
Before I come back to him, but don't you think they have genuine consent? Because today, if you go onto TikTok or some of these platforms, some of the things you see there, there are some people who just don't like want to be seeing those kind of stuff. Don't you think that they have genuine consents? For example, I don't want to be, I'm an imam. Okay. I don't want to be seeing certain things. You know, isn't it, I mean, you know, wouldn't it be better I stay off those things so that I don't get to see some of these things?
So even if you don't want to see them, but at the end of the day, that is why we have the
By the way, we have imams on social media.
Yes, that is why we have the block button. Okay. You can go and block stuff you don't want to see. You understand? So, you see, the key thing is going in there for whatever reason you are going in there for. You get it? So if you go in there, can't believe you come and you can easily do away with that particular benyarama. But the most important thing is anything that is on existence on this earth has the positives and the negatives. You should now go there. And then you have positives, be a negative, negative, be positive, whichever way. Kashab mi babian ngonku user la razaha don't go and check a dibuma yina kodi. Okay. I understand.
Okay, so let me come to man. It's like still on the question as to whether people are not getting onto these platforms, especially YouTube, because of the fact that it is not an easy thing to do, to create content and to grow the content, or you just think that we are not aware of I think what these platforms can do for us.
I think it's the awareness.
Okay.
A lot of people don't know that you can monetize on YouTube. A lot of people don't know how to navigate YouTube. And until you try, you won't even know.
You won't be able to
exactly. And because it's not really difficult. It's just you just need to be consistent. For example, I just need to take a video of myself doing anything, and I go there, upload. So long as it doesn't violate the community's regulations, you know. And maybe the other bit of it is the editing part. But if you learn, you would know. If you don't learn, you wouldn't know. Generally, I think parts of our world, there are a lot of opportunities we are not exposed to.
Exploring.
We are mainly traditional in the sense that you are looking at teacher, nurse, banker,
just the regular kind of jobs,
you know. And then, like you were saying, content creation now. There's this thing about Dagbamba. Please don't treat me like Abiba. Please, but there's this thing about Dagbamba. You know.
Open down when you're not long no javre. Javre
la that's it.
Okay.
Like I don't know whether to say Tamala Capricci or there are certain things we see it to be bilam.
Covenant.
Exactly. But look at comedy in Nigeria. Comedy has sold Nigeria more than anything has sold Nigeria. As a comedy and entertainment, of course, comedy and music. You know, now TikTok is selling us. However, if you go out there and you check our TikTok content, it's mainly too much dema. Of course, and it's valid. Everybody wants the kind of content they want to create. Of course, the dema too can also be monetized. You know, monetized. You can monetize. So I just think that generally a lot of people don't know that this opportunity exists. And the difference between myself and let's say Wadimaya, because Wadimaya is the first YouTuber to hit 1 million in Ghana. The difference between Wadimaya and myself is that knowing that there's YouTube that exists, because Wodimaya started way back more than 5 years ago. And the difference between, let's say, Kojo Sheldon and Damba here is knowing that this opportunity exists and then starting. Because I'm sure Damba is not more than 2 years old.
In the job.
But Kojo Sheldon has been there for some time. So that's just the difference. So until we identify that this opportunity exists and how we can tap into it and navigate it. So I think generally is the awareness. A lot of people are not aware. So like he was saying, we are just exposed to Facebook because Facebook is relatively easier to navigate. Very, very easy to navigate. And a lot of people are on Facebook. So one, IG is for the gram, pictures and pictures and pictures. And then Snapchat, but Snapchat is just, mainly the thing about Snapchat is you're able to have private conversations and stuff. So, but these things don't monetize. You don't monetize. IG, for example, until let's say you are doing a paid ad, someone has asked you to because of your following.
And I think TikTok as well.
TikTok. But YouTube, if I get 1,000 followers, subscribers, and then I have my watch hours, I think it's about
4,000. 4,000 hours.
If once I hit it, I've monetized.
Good to go,
every content I post out there, depending on the engagement. Yes. Yeah. And there's no middleman. You set up your PayPal account and it comes, and like Damba was saying, YouTube is not a side hustle. If you treat it as a side hustle, you are not earning. You are not going to earn. Yeah. And I recently learned this the better way because I'm treating it as a side hustle. But I've come to realize this is not side hustle. No. I need to invest my full 24 hours a day into it. And it also puts you on a particular pedestal, especially how you want to project it. Anybody who wants to come to your studio would know this is a serious space. Will treat it in a serious way. Because, and anybody who sees your content online knows that a lot of resources have been invested into it. So the engagement is on a different level. People will treat you with utmost respect. So that is the things that we must invest in. Like right now I'm also setting up a studio in Accra. I've gotten my mics, I've gotten my Zoom H6 recorders. I'm now trying to procure studio lights and all that. But the inspiration I'm taking from you is a lot. Because I come here and I see everything I want to get. And so I know upfrontly I just need to speak to him. And he points me in the right direction. And once that is done, when you come to my studio, you'll be happy. But before then, do I need all this? No, I just need my phone
to start.
Beautiful.
To start, because I need to start.
That's where I wanted to come to. Because at the end of the day, like on the face value, you might see it to be but
exotic.
But you actually have to put in a lot of investment. You see, and are we willing to, kind of put that much into creating content?
I think we are. Okay. We just haven't explored it.
Exactly.
Or probably somebody hasn't actually blown up for us to see an example. And believe that this can actually, come from us.
Yeah. Exactly. Because like right now, once you have especially an iPhone, that's basically all you need to start. And Damba is doing well. We are doing well in the creative industry. Someone else just needs to listen to this podcast now and say, instead of being a graduate and not having anything to do, a job, why don't I even do that? And guess what? The space is just for you.
It's for you.
One thing is also that, actually, there are a lot of people sitting on talent.
Yes.
People who could just blow up.
Yes.
But because of that feeling, they're actually sitting on money. So somebody like that, what kind of encouragement can we give to somebody like that to just, because some of the best content creators now, actually, it was just a try.
Yeah.
They didn't believe they could even reach where they are.
Yeah. Accidental content.
Accidental. You get it somewhere because they I don't know whether you know this guy on TikTok. The guy who is the most followed on TikTok.
The guy who is dressing like he.
The guy who doesn't talk.
The guy who doesn't talk. His content is just...
I think he's now a millionaire.
Yeah.
But
they call him something Kabi.
Yes, Kabi. He actually got into content creation because he lost his job
during the COVID.
Yeah, man.
COVID era. You get it. What can we like do to actually whip up the interest in, especially from because I also feel that there's a bit of some cultural something going on there. You get it. We feel that just as you mentioned earlier, like our traditional kind of jobs as a teacher. So, and we've seen people, that are, of course, making a living from that. So we feel that is more secure for us rather than going to, try and error.
Yeah.
What if I fail?
Yeah. I think generally, what we need to do is you just need to watch videos of Damba or Prince. Because you see Damba do his thing, sing those traditional songs, hold conversations, and you are probably thinking, oh, maybe I can sing
better.
like, or maybe I can even do better.
Yeah.
And trust me, when they are watching Damba or watching you, they are happy. They wish they were in your shoes. But I could shoes.
No,
Because you can't eat your cake and have it. You need to make an effort. But I also think that people have not been hungry enough yet.
Yeah.
Kumi baga. Of course, it's not a day thing. You are not just going to get up today and start earning today. You need to invest time. I think people generally just need to find the motivation themselves
to get up.
Because every day we are on social media.
And especially so when we mentioned that there are a lot of them who are actually not doing any work at all.
They are not.
So you have nothing to lose.
You have nothing to lose if you get
just
it.
use your phone, start creating something. Once you see that there is interest, you grow from there.
And then, but there's this guy on TikTok, right? What he does is, grandmother.
Yeah.
He's just a pain in the ass of the grandma. I forgot his name. Exactly.
Forgetting the guy's name.
Yeah, he's been stealing the grandmother's money, trying to,
food, everything.
Yeah. And he's blowing on TikTok.
He's blowing.
You see his engagement.
Yeah.
He just needs to post the same video on
YouTube.
On
That's
YouTube.
all.
He blows.
Can rocket science in yellow.
No.
Could you know the
And the space is there for everybody.
Everybody.
Yeah.
It's not like maybe you go to work and then someone is thinking that you've come to collect his job.
No.
That space, the internet
just push it in
is there for everybody to thrive. And then things you find to be nonsensical may actually be your selling point.
Exactly.
Like the guy I'm talking about. He wakes up and he torments the grandmother. And in a funny way, ones that we all relate to because we've all interacted that way. He's remembering his videos.
One of them. So he had this one of these videos where like the grandmother was complaining that kaswanya silmin tanga jama ka yenu nyamela silbitra ka anku mama zangma baba.
So I just think that people need to be self-motivated. And till now, let me speak Dagbala. Till now, to my like approach as Dagbamba, and I like to say that a lot. You know what? I have a YouTube channel and I wanted to take a video of you.
That's the cultural thing.
Yes.
Because I remember we tried a couple of streets stuff.
Yes.
It didn't go well.
Yes.
No, it won't go well.
No, man.
Yes, that be the thing.
That she happened solo.
Yes.
The beginnings are always difficult. I'll give you an example. Last Eid al-Fitr, I did this content on Eid al-Fitr, Ramadan Mubarak content. You saw it, right?
It was beautiful.
And I was asking people.
The editing was on point.
But guess what? Thank you so much. But guess what? I just spoke to, one of them was my friend, Sana. I just told Sana, this is what I want to do. Please show your face. So Sana is pretty and Sana is smart. So people seeing that Sana is engaged in that thing. It gave them the comfort to also participate.
Exactly.
Before I realized, a lot of people came, more than I could even interview. So sometimes we need to take advantage of our friends. Let's use them to start. Once people see that, it's a space for them to also engage. And later someone was like, after I did the editing, someone attacked me in my inbox. No more. Allah sang kamera pamambe garga. Nungo, kakucha kanyele sliza na kati edit ma out.
I remember we did a shoot like that, and the interviews were too much.
So you had to cut some people out.
Hey, they will
fire you.
You know?
Yeah, man.
But this happens when they realize that this is something they would enjoy.
Yeah.
I'm still apologizing that for
No, you have to.
For that mess up.
It's beautiful.
So you see, when you mentioned, when you were talking about the fact that somebody wants to start this, how do they start, man? This is a story I have. So you see the local song Shangana Nongdama. We had to the studio. We had bought this microphone. So I was like, okay, let's this testing mic 1 2. When I check like these days, they go. So I was like, okay, let me do something. Then Kabazan Kamara Pama. Then I started singing Kai Kai Kaman Yurbe Yaye. Yuri Balalan yo yaye. Yuri Smalan yo yaye. You see? So I finished the song. Then I went out. So everything was clear. I went out. Then before I came back, guys, man, then they had edited the video. Yeah. Ka video ma karana fine pam. And this I come miracle TikTok.
TikTok, yeah.
Can this okay?
I am posted with
Can kuzi ante ya kan zang le bai. Kaje no nda imitate la nirba video na. Yace kan zang ban bai man zang bai ya la haula.
You blew up.
See, I had like Dagombes all over the world. They were calling me. Like the money I made like directly, people sending me money and stuff. The money I made from the video, man. Like, Kankuji, I can't time to year. So I was like, you learn them 1 millimeter. So what's up?
What's your problem?
Can love you. Can love you. Landeza I am pay. Kazan Karlanchang. Up till date. So these days, Kamana Banunda Kanya, weather, the non you know. But I see one interesting thing. Sometimes you just don't sit down and expect that at the end. The DM nyela ben sha kamen non la easy. Yile ne marshal bien ya ladies for bien DL. Osan kan chante bohanda. Ka shel bien ya sonu to ko yille kan wumle. Ka ku download video ma. Mi mala ben sha an yila kaman dagban yila. Then I watch you, then I see that okay, I want to do this. And not just copy. Ina ganyan contact me. Ka sene leta. Ayila la de shel kan nan ma. You understand? Just to get blessings from you, can I post it? Yeah. That is how I'm doing it. Okay. So I feel like you mentioned, ma, there are so many people who are sitting on talent. Yeah. Problem Shelton and face the fear of rejection.
I think it's
you will believe me, Kamani. I mean, accept the baby, accept. But accept. Yaman, I now want to talk with you. Yes, but you when you are there, at least the tune visual could be any. But now want to talk with you, Kamani. 70% of V. I'm telling you the twin shall ka V to manual. Ka V to manual. So if you are the shy type, trust me, you can't do anything in this industry. So now you are come on 70% of V and V shall 30% ba I'm okay even so to the man let them. Ka ku che dem bela Charlie, you are gone.
Yeah.
So and normally I speak to people like and there are young guys, most of them they come on my inbox. Okay, I am also starting something like this. I have finished school. And normally I invite most of them. They come to the studio, we talk, any support. So even see that most of the time they talk when upload the benchao. Kakuzang beso advert shele. Don't go and check and nearby follow your page be benchao. Because I feel like in order for us to achieve this, man, we should be able to work together.
Yeah.
You understand?
Collaborate.
Man is here. You understand? You are here. I'm here.
Definitely.
Good. The last time I remember when we were sitting here, somebody was kind of commending us.
Yes.
You have your platform. I have my platform, but then I'm here. Then we are. You understand? Very important. So once we are able to support each other, man, it is going to help. Now, this is my problem with the young. Kamane, at the end of the day, you see, our artists, Maya, I still have an issue with them. See, assuming you are able to help us to build our platforms, whenever you have a program, then Karishia Nachanga Kraya, and then some big monies. You do your transportation, carry some big monies. Then go give the guys for them. You understand? They should talk about your programs and stuff. Over here, I expect that we should be doing it free because you see us as being fans and not as you see us as fans and friends and not as people who are coming out to also put something on the table at the end of the day. I think it is going to affect us. This thing free, man. They come to our platforms. They mean you get it. So if to bounce like the likes of Fancy Gadam is there, because those are projects, whether you like it or not. But content, sometimes you talk about their products and stuff. Once they are able to support whatever you are doing, and you see they are following the Kadema. They have huge numbers of people. For one of them to just say, okay, go and follow this particular platform. They are into this, Charlie. It be huge plus. See what you are doing about North, Kakujia ka maybe kamakasi otoko po phone ma video ka yellow fans mbor na biate ne ki chante nku need 1,000 subscribers ni chante follow each other one ngon la ngokanu biambola sheka follow ya abang la bo you are at the end over bola arta ka ben shao or influence ko use So if we are able to do this, it is going to, and the more you are growing, the more he's also going to grow. Because if you go out there, Cartesia can post content, or you speak something about him, everybody's going to hear about him. So I think it's very important, you know.
But don't you also think that one of our problems is that now we everybody wants instant gratification. Everybody wants to post the thing. Just as you mentioned about people like Wadamaya and Co. If they tell you the kind of sacrifices they've put made, on. But so like the person wants to put it today, and in a week or two, they are making money already. So when it doesn't happen like that, you see that they start to lose vim. You get it?
I agree with you 100%. But if you go to the farm and sow your seeds, you won't wake up and have. You need a whole season for be able for it to mature and stuff. Of course, sabr has always been a difficult thing. Patience is a virtue, we would say, and it's difficult to have, but it is only the patient person that gets to win at the end of the day. Some people are lucky. You post one content and it gives you, it projects you into a space that you...
And even with that, it depends on how you do it.
How you do
because if you just do it, lazily do it, it won't go.
No, it won't go.
You just need to put in a lot of work, even if it is one.
Even if it is one, you know. So the instant gratification, like you say, it's 100% times it's not gonna be there. So you need to go through the process. You just need, it's a process. You begin, you get to a particular stage, then you rise. It's just like, Maslow's hierarchy is.
You think we need to understand how the system works?
Simple. You just need to understand. I think one of the things I'm struggling with as a content creator or someone entering into that space is editing. I am still finding it difficult to edit well like I want to because I didn't learn that before starting. I just went giddy. And it's absolutely fine because sometimes learning on the job is the best, you know. But if you are someone who likes to get things done before I would encourage you to, and it's not difficult to learn. Maybe I am just too multitasking. That's when I am not getting the time. But you may decide to learn the edit because that's what content creation is all about. You can have the data. If you don't put it together, it won't make sense. So you may want to learn the editing well. At least it's just something like you when you were saying I edited the video well. It was just some 2x4 editing I did, honestly.
No, it was interesting.
So you can be doing that whilst you are learning. You can just be doing that whilst you are learning. But like you need to go through the process. If you are born today, you cannot wake up and be an adult. And you need to get yourself. You need to give yourself time. Everybody needs time, and you just need to work hard at it and give yourself time. Once you give yourself time, be consistent. It's gonna work out. It may take 10, 15 years, but
finally
it's gonna work. And one other thing that I think a lot of people would benefit from is sometimes this content creation gives us an opportunity to launch the bigger ideas we have because maybe you deep down you are a philanthropist but right now you don't have enough resources to really do that. So the content creation gives you the earnings you need to be able to be the philanthropy. Maybe you are interested in, let's say, girl child education, but you don't have the necessary resources to propel that. So you would get the small things you are getting, and it gives you the resources to be able to do that. So at the end of the day, it is just the means.
I think this topic has come at a very important time because I read somewhere that like right now, a degree is just a piece of paper.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I agree.
Like it's very difficult,
Yeah.
even with your degree, to get a job.
To get a
Yeah.
job.
I
But
agree.
you know, creating content,
Creating
it's just on your
Charlie,
chest,
yes,
whatever you
then
want.
just throw it out
yeah,
there.
yeah. So let's
Yeah.
round up and then.
Yeah.
But do you have anything to add?
Yeah, so I think man has said everything.
Everything, yes.
The Bosu himself has said everything. So the most important thing is like one, for us to know where we are here, then where we want to get to.
Yeah.
We should be ready to support each other. You see, when Prince is doing something that I know that if I'm able to add this, we can be able to make sense. Then there is nothing wrong with different companies coming together to create a content to make sense out of something. Because at the end of the day, credit might is going to come to both of you. You understand? So I feel like if we are ready to help ourselves and then to let people understand that, Charlie, at the end of the day, there is so much we can. And see, when it comes to content here, Northern region here, it is still a virgin land. Like when it comes to content, we still have so many stories to tell. Just that we are not, sometimes I say either the resources or what have you. But it is now left onto us to make the effort. Once we make the effort, there are so many people sitting out there who are just waiting for us to make little moves, man. Then they will come out with whatever support they have for us.
Because I also think that like creating content is actually very important because that is what creates a narrative.
Yes.
Or changes a narrative for a group of people. And all of you know that we need that very badly.
Exactly.
As Northerners, because of some of the stereotypes we've, gotten and all of that. I think that people just need to, step up. Like think outside the box and then just, come up and start, doing something in a way that might not even be negative or probably, stripping yourself or something. But just something that would encourage a lot of people or that would make a lot of people, want to even support you. Because like we have just as I said, we have a lot of issues, to talk about. We have a lot of issues or stories to tell. All of these are, content.
Yes.
You get it.
Yeah.
So on okay.
I just wanted to add that, and I'm giving this challenge to anybody listening.
Yes.
And it's just free consultation from what you were saying. I'm daring anybody or challenging anybody. Wode Maya's concept is changing the narrative of Africa.
Yes.
I want someone to change the narrative of Dagbon or Tamale.
Yes.
I read something on Twitter the last time, and someone had arrived in Tamale. And he said that what Tamale people need to do is to work on their PR. Because what she thought Tamale was Onshina is totally different.
It's a different
So
and I think that was what we were talking about last time.
Exactly.
So I'm daring anybody who wants to get into the YouTube space, change the narrative of Tamale. How do you do it? Go and interview hotels. Go and interview, what's the name? Restaurants. Go and interview places of recreation like Magnolia. Go to Damango and do content on it. That is how you can start into YouTube.
Yeah, man.
So don't be not what the Maya do in Africa, but you doing Tamale. I'm not based in Tamale. I would have done something on it, but I'm giving you free idea.
Let's look at the numbers. What are your expectations going forward? Like, you've just mentioned that you are giving people or somebody the task to just change the narrative about the Tamale. Like, how wide do you see us or our people getting into content in the next few years? Like, how wide do you want to see our people getting into creating content?
I want. This is a difficult one because knowing our people for who we are,
I'm sure they might listen.
They will listen.
Yes, but I would love that in the next 2 years. I see not less than 100 young people who are
getting into
serious content creation, YouTube content creation. 100 solid.
At least if the 100 doesn't blow, at least
10 will blow.
And that's enough to change the narrative.
And that's enough. And you see, there's a lot of content to create about it. There's this project that I am currently thinking about. I'm thinking about. I like to call it Project 6. I think we are currently 6 regions, right?
Yes.
I want to do content on all the 6 regions.
Beautiful.
Telling stories about these regions that are not told.
Yeah.
I call it a Project 6. Telling stories about these 6 regions that are not told, that you easily would not find online. So I just want to come to Tamale, talk about Tamale, go to Wa, talk about my Wale people, go to, do all these things. So that next time someone from the diaspora wants to come to Tamale, they just need to go to YouTube
and then
enter
search it.
Damongo.
Yeah.
Enter Wa. Then there's a video for them to understand about these things. So in the next 2 years, and I want to say 2 years because I'm really ambitious, I want to see at least 100 people. And I want to encourage women to be in that space.
Beautiful.
100 people in that space, creating compelling stories about Tamale, about our culture. And I want to use this opportunity to commend this girl, Dudogu.
Yeah,
I don't know if you've had her on our show. Amina.
Amina Pana.
I remember somewhere, I think a year or two, is it up to a year? I came down and we're having a conversation. Amina is my, former mate, so to speak. So we're talking and then she told me about Dutogo. I was like, wow, this is beautiful. Then later I'm on Facebook and I see that she started. Someone who is thinking about food. So she's trying to change the narrative through food. Bringing back the lost recipes through food. This is a beautiful way to do
Very
it.
beautiful.
You understand? And she's thriving. I've already seen how people are going in to see what she
and
does.
normally, but when you see Charlie,
The package
you want to try it.
you want to try it.
I've tried visiting her studio for some time now, but I've not really had the chance
So
to go
you
there.
see, and this is not to tell you that you definitely need a studio. If you have a studio, that's beautiful. But all you really need is your phone. Once you have your phone,
just get your better phone.
Wow.
You should be able to do something.
It's been an amazing conversation. And these are some of the conversations that we need to have if we want to change the narrative in the North. We are doing our best. He has thrown a challenge. Who is going to pick that challenge?
He's gonna pick it up
and join us in changing the narrative. My name is Prince Hamdan, and it was an exciting show with Man and Damba. See you in the next one.
Bye.
Okay.
I think it's been an interesting conversation.
Yeah,